How to overcome fear and take bold financial risks. Nietzsche's advice. The hidden reason you're afraid to take financial risks. What if I told you that the fear of losing money is keeping you poor? That the reason you're stuck in the same financial place isn't a lack of knowledge or opportunity, but your own hesitation? Most people never achieve financial freedom because they let fear control them. But Friedrich Nietzsche, one of history's most controversial philosophers, had a radical approach to overcoming fear and taking bold risks. And in this video, we're going to break it all down. Why playing it safe is the biggest risk of all. We're taught from a young age to be careful with money. Save, avoid debt, get a stable job, invest only in safe options, and never ever take unnecessary risks. But here's the brutal truth. Playing it safe is the fastest way to financial mediocrity. The wealthiest people didn't get there by avoiding risk. They got there by embracing it. And Nietzsche understood this long before the modern financial system even existed. He believed that growth, real transformation, only happens when you step into the unknown. When you break free from the herd mentality and embrace challenges that force you to evolve. He called this process becoming who you truly are. And if you apply it to money, it can change your entire financial future. So let's break down Nietzsche's advice and how you can use it to take bold financial risks without letting fear hold you back. Before we continue, don't forget to like and subscribe for more philosophy-based practical insights on mindset, wealth building, and personal development. Stop letting fear of failure control you. What does not kill me makes me stronger. Most people avoid financial risk because they're afraid of losing, afraid of making a mistake, afraid of looking stupid. Nietzsche had one word for this: slave mentality. The majority of people live their lives in fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of loss. And this fear keeps them trapped in jobs they hate, investments that barely grow, and financial situations that never improve. But here's the thing. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's the cost of entry. Every successful entrepreneur, investor, and creator has lost money at some point. The difference is they didn't let that fear stop them. Nietzsche argued that to become truly great, you must embrace suffering. Not as something to avoid, but as something to use. Because every failure brings knowledge. And knowledge is leverage. How to reframe failure so it works for you. Instead of fearing financial loss, start seeing it as tuition. Every dollar lost is a lesson gained. Invest in a stock that tanks? You just paid for a lesson in market trends. Start a business that fails? You just bought experience in what doesn't work. Take a financial risk that doesn't pay off? You now have wisdom that most people will never get. The key is to learn and adapt. Nietzsche believed that the strongest people weren't those who avoided failure, but those who transformed through it. Stop seeking approval and start taking control. The higher we soar, the smaller we appear to those who cannot fly. Here's a tough question. How many financial decisions have you made because you were afraid of what other people would think? Maybe you stayed in a stable but low-paying job because your family expected it. Maybe you avoided starting a business because people told you it was too risky. Maybe you hesitated to invest because you didn't want to look dumb if it didn't work out. Nietzsche called this herd mentality, the fear of going against the crowd, and if you're serious about wealth, you need to break free from it. Take the example of Sarah Blakely, founder of Spanx, who invested her life savings into an idea critics called niche. Friends warned her, "You'll look foolish." But Blakely ignored the herd. Result? $1 billion empire. Nietzsche's point? The crowd's disapproval is proof you're flying higher. Why most people stay broke? Most people will never take real financial risks because they care more about being accepted than being successful. But here's what Nietzsche would tell you. The crowd is not where success happens. The masses are not where wealth is created. If you follow what everyone else is doing, you'll get what everyone else has: average results. Every great investor, entrepreneur, and innovator ignored the crowd at some point. Jeff Bezos was told selling books online was a bad idea. Warren Buffett made investments that went against the mainstream. The richest people took risks that others were too afraid to take. If you want financial success, you must stop seeking approval and start making moves based on your vision, not what other people think is safe. Destroy the illusion of security. You need chaos in your soul to give birth to a dancing star. One of Nietzsche's most powerful ideas is this: comfort is an illusion. And nowhere is this truer than in finance. People stay in jobs they hate because they think it's secure. But companies lay off employees all the time. People hoard cash in savings accounts because they think it's safe. But inflation eats away at their money every year. People avoid investing because they think they might lose. But by not investing, they guarantee they never build wealth. Meet James, a corporate lawyer who thought his job was safe. When his firm downsized, he was left scrambling. Nietzsche's warning hit home: security is a mirage. James pivoted, using his severance to buy rental properties. Now he earns passive income and sleeps better. The harsh truth about playing it safe. Nietzsche believed that security is a trap. The more you chase comfort, the more you become dependent on it, and dependence is a weakness. True financial power comes from having options, and options come from taking calculated risks. The more you invest in assets, the less dependent you are on a paycheck. The more you build your own income streams, the less control an employer has over your life. If you want real financial freedom, you need to let go of the illusion that playing it safe is actually safe. Because in the long run, not taking risks is the biggest risk of all. Adopt the will to power. Become who you are. Nietzsche had a concept called the will to power. It's the drive to expand, to conquer, to become more than you were yesterday. And this applies directly to your financial life. Wealth isn't something that happens to you. It's something you take. Money doesn't flow to the most deserving. It flows to those who claim it. If you're waiting for the perfect opportunity, you'll wait forever. The people who get rich create opportunities. You may have heard Elon Musk's story. His $180 million gamble on SpaceX in 2008 risked his entire PayPal fortune. Critics called it madness, but Musk embodied Nietzsche's will to power, the drive to conquer limits. When SpaceX's Falcon 1 succeeded, he didn't just reclaim his wealth, he reshaped space exploration. How to develop an unbreakable money mindset. If you want to apply Nietzsche's will to power to your finances, start doing this. Take one financial risk today. Invest in something, start a side hustle, get educated on wealth creation. Action builds confidence. Stop waiting for permission. You don't need approval to make money moves. The wealthiest people act before the crowd catches on. Accept that struggle is part of the process. Every setback is a stepping stone. The only way to get stronger is to push through discomfort. Your financial breakthrough starts now. Nietzsche's philosophy is brutal, but it's real. If you want to build wealth, you need to. Stop fearing failure and start seeing it as tuition. Stop seeking approval and start making bold financial moves. Destroy the illusion of security and take control of your income. Adopt the will to power and claim financial success instead of waiting for it. No one can build you the bridge on which you, and only you, must cross the river of life. Like Nietzsche's solitary bridge builder, your wealth journey is yours alone. Start today. Invest $100 in a stock you believe in. Invest in your financial literacy. The value of that wealth building course is much greater than its cost. Pitch that side hustle idea, don't overthink it. Write a fear list and then burn it. Your financial future is in your hands. The only question is, are you ready to take the risk? The next step to wealth. If this video changed your perspective, wait until you see what else I have lined up for you. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button below and click on the next video popping up on your screen right now. I'll see you there.